Down here working on a beaver job right now, and was able to pick up a couple. Got one on a snare, one on a conibear. Actually had one that was in a conibear. Must have been in there for a couple of days. The water jumped up 4 feet, and couldn't really find the trap. I reached down there with the paddle, and I could see that it was still there. I could reach down there and touch the top of it with the paddle, but I didn't realize I actually had a beaver in there. I went back to move the conibear today. I found one of my beavers in a snare, and I was going to move that conibear, and when I pulled it, I realized I actually had a beaver in there. So if I'd have remade that set, I might could have picked up an extra beaver today in that set. But so I keep changing things around with the fluctuation of the water. Hopefully we'll get some new beavers in here, and the Hatchie River's coming into these bottoms, and so once the water kind of settles back down, I can probably get them on these dams, on these crossovers. But early in the year, we got about 25 sets out right now, and still got about 3 months left. Just now really getting cranked up. Hadn't even got all my traps out. Just working about a third of what I've actually got. So everything's ahead now. We're just trying to get all geared up, everything in position so we can make a hard run. Try to run about 120 traps this year. See what kind of fur we can pick up. Doing a little animal damage work down here. I'll get 35 a beaver, plus the pelts and the castor. You know, there's a lot of otter down here, so hopefully I'll be able to pick up some otter. And I know there's bobcat in here, and there's coon as well. So, and I'm sure there's gray fox. I know there's coyote. We're going to try to scout some more territory. See if they'll allow me to trap over at the Tennessee National Wildlife Refuge, or actually the Hatchie National Wildlife Refuge. And I may go over to the Chickasaw, which is, I think it's called John Tully Bottoms now, around Ripley. And they do allow trapping over there, so I've hunted that before. Deer hunted, duck hunted, and squirrel hunted over there. So I want to go back and check some of those places, and maybe get some footholds set over there, and see if I can't set up a long line and keep this ADC job going at the same time. So should be able to pile up some pretty good fur. Only had 8 sets working, and I could see that one of my snares got bumped. But this weather is getting ready to drop. I don't know if you can tell behind me, but this wind is really up on this lake. And we got a little bit of snow going here. And the temperature is going to keep dropping. So it's a matter of time. I'll keep putting in more sets. I got a few more places I want to drop some snares in. And we're going to keep scouting and see if there's any places where they're cutting. There hadn't been a whole lot of cutting around, but I've been able to pick them up on these crossovers on these dams, and I've been able to cover some of these areas close to this lodge down here, and picking up a few strays here and there. I hadn't been able to really hammer them, but I'm still able to catch a few, and I've also taken a few otter on these crossovers. So it's been awfully warm, and this lake is just now getting down again to where I can work these crossovers. But with this snow coming in and this cold weather, I would say in the next 2 or 3 days I should be able to connect on some beaver again. So now's the time to put in a little extra work when you get these temperature drops. Or if you got an approaching front, approaching rain, or a temperature drop like we got right now. But it's going to be tough. I got to get this boat down this lake, so I'll probably just paddle a small piece down this lake, and then handle as much of this walking down this the edge of this lake on foot. So we're going to get after them. I've been checking this set for about a week now, and I've had all kind of different weather. Rain and snow and down in the 20s. And finally it started warming up a little bit. I got a baited cubby over here on this trail, and yesterday's trout was snapped. So I said, and the bait was still in there. So I said, well, I'm going to reset the trap, and I moved it back down the trail away from the entrance of the cubby. And this morning the bait was gone, and the trap hadn't been snapped. But I can't see where anything has worked the bait anywhere around here, but it looks like something laid down over here on the other side of this log. You can see, I don't know if that's where he was, whatever it was, it's laid down and was working its way over to that cubby, or if it had a good meal and then just laid down over here, curled up beside this log afterwards. But never fails. I had already made up my mind to come in here and pull these sets today, and that's usually when something happens. So sometimes you just gotta wait them out. It's just now warming up enough to where maybe they'll get out and stir. They may have been holed up before that. So I still got several more sets. Just gonna keep moving here. Off of that last rain we got, this water kind of backed up in this buckbrush, and there's a lake out here. This land goes up just a little bit higher behind this beaver lodge, and I got a 330 conibear on this little canal. This was dry 2 weeks ago, and we're going to go down this canal right here, this ditch that leads into the lake. I got another conibear. I'll go down there and check it. See how I got this stick over the top. One thing that helps hide the trap somewhat. It also keeps them from climbing over the top of the trap. But you can see right over here, I'm going to show you this lodge. The water is just now getting up enough to where they'll start using this lodge. Up a beaver 2 days ago on this set. You can see I got a 330 covering the entrance of this lodge right here. And all up and down this lake there's they got these mud pies pushed up on the bank. I picked up another one on a snare down here about a week ago, so just a matter of time keeping these sets in, keeping them working. And it hadn't been easy. I'm just picking them up, one here, one there. I hadn't doubled. I doubled one day on snares on a crossover on a dam, but other than that, it's just been picking up a stray here and there. So I just have to keep working, keep different things, keep trying different things, and just keep picking up beaver here, beaver there. They'll add up at the end of the month.